Hi, everybody. Lots to get to, especially the high temperatures on this Thursday. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. I do want to start with the historic July record, and then I'll get into the high temperatures we had on this hot Thursday. But what you're looking at here, the mean temperature averages for the warmest Julys out at PDX, those records go back to 1940, and we did it. You remember the last week of July, we had a good 5 days where temperatures were actually below normal. But despite all of that, looking right here, 2024 July, the mean temperature, which is basically the average of the high and low, averaged out to be 74.4 degrees. And that is the new record, considered the hottest July out at PDX, replacing the July back in 1985 that was 74.1. So just beat it. And if you throw out 1985, look at the rest of the top five lists: 2018, 2015, 2022. So clearly, this is telling you that in terms of Julys, we're absolutely seeing hotter weather over the past 20 years or so than what we typically would see for the month of July. And we've talked a lot about the fact that our summers are absolutely, at least over the past 2 decades, getting hotter. All right, here are the numbers from PDX, the weather station site specific. The average high last month, 87.8 degrees. That was nearly 6 degrees above normal, and that is a record for the all-time highest average for high temperature for July. Now, the low was 61, no record there, 2.5 degrees above normal. And then again, the mean at just over 4 degrees above normal is now considered the hottest July that we have seen. Here's the final numbers on at one point. Remember, before we cooled down the back week or 10 days of July, I thought all three of these records had a chance to fall. None of them did. 80-degree days consecutively in a row, the most ever 23 back in July of 85. We had that run of 19 that ended. Total number of 80-degree days, this was close, 28. Again, the July of 1985. We hit 80 or better 26 times last month. That was close. And then 90-degree days, also close. The record 15 in July of 2018. And we had 13 last month. So there you go. The Momentous Wealth Podcast is my sponsor. I hope you will check out these investment topics, a whole library for you to pick from. Listen on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. The Momentous Wealth Podcast is narrated and put on by Todd Pisarcik, CEO of Momentous Wealth Management, which is based in Vancouver, but again, licensed in Oregon and Washington. Okay. Now, are you ready? So these are the unofficial highs. It's in the 6 o'clock hour right now. The next climate report will come out at 7:30, and that typically has the final numbers, although those numbers sometimes are rounded and adjusted when the final climate report for today comes out, and that's around 4:30 tomorrow morning. So for right now, based on the 6 o'clock numbers, Portland has reached 99, which was my record high, and 99 is a record for August 1st. The old record was 98. It was one of those low records. Aren't that many records this time of the year that are under 100? But today at 99, that is the new record for August 1st. And I don't think this will get rounded up to 100, but we'll see. Okay, this is not correct. I meant to delete that. Vancouver's weather site has not been reporting today. So there is no report for Vancouver. So sorry about that. Kelso, though, 96. McMinnville, 98. Salem tied your record of 101 degrees today. So a record down at McNary Field. Eugene, 99. And the Dow's one of the hottest spots in Oregon at 105 degrees. I will tell you, the outlooks for August are above normal in the temperature department, but there are no signs, no outlooks that indicate that August will be as hot as July. So looking for a somewhat not as hot of August, although clearly we're starting off on the warm side, and we will see our share of warm days. Portland's ongoing count of 90-degree days is now 18, thanks to today. The 100-degree count is 3. Hottest day still 104 back in July 9th. Okay. Here's the watch warning map. So the Weather Service right now has the heat advisory here on the west side, up and down I-5, set to expire at 11 o'clock tonight. High temperatures tomorrow will absolutely be cooler, but we're still talking low to maybe 94, 95. but nothing around 100. And weather models like us in the low 90s. So we'll see. The heat advisory right now is set to expire. Okay, the heat advisory, the orange color in Central Oregon, though, that is back up for tomorrow, where basically, I mean, the Dow's is 105 today. So whatever your temperature was at your place in Central Oregon, up in Owasco County, you're expected to have basically the same number tomorrow. So the heat advisory continues. And then out farther to the east, excessive heat warning still up through tomorrow. And places like Baker City, Burns, and up into Pilton expected to be by a degree or two hotter tomorrow than what the numbers were today. So that's certainly not good news, is it? Okay. I do want to give you a thunderstorm update for what I'm looking at on Saturday. We talked about this yesterday. This is the convective outlook from the National Weather Service. And you can see the light green color, which extends, well, this extends along the east slope of the Cascades and then Central and Eastern Oregon, and same thing up in Washington, where this area is expected to have at least the possibility of thunderstorm activity. Now, I want to show you the update. This update I'm going to show you, this is the American GFS upper level contouring map, does favor more than yesterday thunderstorms in the Cascades that could push into the valley Saturday. So this is this afternoon at 5 p.m. That is a 600 millibar, super strong, upper level high centered over Colorado. But the broad center, if you will, is all the way into Nevada. And then the outer periphery of this high up into Oregon. And this is the hot air that we have been feeding off of today. So let's play this into Friday and see if it changes any. Here's tomorrow. Broad upper level high still up into Oregon. It looks like we pick up a bit more of a northwesterly flow on the backside of this high tomorrow. That's why the coast is expected to be cooler. Astoria had a record high of 83 today, by the way. And we're expected to be a little bit cooler in the valley. What I really want to show you is this disturbance. This is tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. See the little indentation right here on the backside of this upper level high? This is an upper level disturbance that I would assume is going to trigger some thunderstorms over the Sierra in California. And then this is during the day Saturday. See how that upper level energy moved right up the Cascades and potentially brings a storm risk into the Willamette Valley in Portland tomorrow PM hours into tomorrow night. And there's the disturbance kind of breaks into two. Here's one over northern Nevada that would clip southeastern Oregon. And okay, so here is Saturday overnight across central and eastern Oregon. Now, the weather models don't overly pick up on thunderstorm activity, but these disturbances sometimes do it. So there's an outside chance of thunderstorm Saturday migrating south to north along the Cascades, and that something would spill into the Willamette Valley. So we're still watching that. And then I'll play this into next Monday night into Tuesday morning. All right. Weak disturbance. If the pressure model heights here at 585 pressure height is correct, we would stay dry in Portland, but we would see some cloudiness and a cooler pattern with highs only in the 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So we're watching all of that. Okay. I want to show you the forecast numbers, and then I'm going to get back to a report on some of the highs today. So these are current numbers at 6 o'clock, and in many locations, these are the highs. Now, the National Weather Service says 101. This program is rounded up Salem to 102, so I'm not sure which it is. But look at the other numbers. Baker City, 99, Burns, 100, Pendleton, 102. The Dow's now 106. These numbers from Pendleton down to Burns could be hotter tomorrow. Bend could be back up to around 100 tomorrow. The Dow's back up to around 105 or 106 tomorrow. Again, we're going to be cooling down here in the valley. So let's check out some numbers. Let's go down to Bend, or excuse me, down to Medford. 102 tomorrow. There's that thunderstorm chance on Saturday now showing up, 99. Basically upper 90s to around 100 all the way to Thursday of next week. Boy, this is another hot run. And you got to feel for the men and women battling the wildfires, because this is going to make those fires just want to become more explosive. Bend 101 tomorrow, just as hot with that heat advisory continuing. There's that thunderstorm chance on Saturday, and then 90s basically into next week. Baker City, 104 tomorrow, 95 Saturday, basically mid to upper 90s into Tuesday. Probably a spotty thunderstorm chance out there Saturday PM, I would think. What about the Dows? Good grief. 106. I think the Dows probably will hit 100 tomorrow. This shows 99. I think you probably will hit 100 tomorrow. Depends on how strong the westerly breeze is in the gorge. This holds you to 99 with a heat advisory still in play. And then 90s on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And don't forget, Saturday, late day, the chance of a thunderstorm in Wasco County that we looked at. Up in Seattle, 84 right now, 89 tomorrow, 85 Saturday, 89 Sunday, 86 Monday. Not as warm as Portland, but still pretty gosh darn toasty, especially for our neighbors up to the south. Here's Newport, 69 tomorrow, 70 Saturday, 69 Sunday, no rain chance, all dry. Pretty comfortable weather returning to the coast. And here's Eugene, 94, 93, 94, 92 on Monday. There is a chance, I think, of thunderstorms in Eugene developing Saturday. We'll keep an eye on that thunderstorm migration. And I did want to just show you, let's see here. Well, these are the 6 o'clock numbers. So Astoria was up into the 80s, 83, 76 right now. These are the numbers I just kind of showed you. Hillsboro 100, Corvallis 89. This gives you more numbers than what we just saw. Troutdale 100, Hood River 97, Madras 99, Redmond 101, Bend 100. Again, these are 6 o'clock temperatures, and in many cases, the high for the day probably as well. Hermiston and Pendleton 101, Burns 101, Ontario 102. Good grief. Seattle 85. Yeah. All right. Really warm stuff. Here's my 7-day. So today we were 99. I think that's likely going to go in the book as the high, but not official yet. 94 tomorrow, at least 91, 92 tomorrow, maybe 94. Thunderstorm chance based on what I think will develop along the Cascades on Saturday. Otherwise, enough cloudiness that the pattern is expected to cool us into the upper 80s. And then Sunday, we get back to more of a blue sky 93, still 90 on Monday. There's the clouds and that outside shower chance Monday overnight into Tuesday morning. Again, right now, if the weather models are exactly right, this will be some cloudiness, but no rain. But 86 Tuesday, 86 Wednesday, and maybe these 2 days, especially Tuesday, would be a little bit cooler. But then we get back up to 91 on Thursday. So that is your update. Thanks for subscribing to my site. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, and I will talk to you soon.